Right, so today we're going to take a look at Mono Red Ponza today. We took a look at this deck last time, but there were some issues. And those issues completely vanished overnight with the release of Marvel set. We got this new card called Avengers Disassembled, which is an absolutely phenomenal card for this deck, and it basically solves a lot of our weaknesses. So this is a 3-mana card that says choose one or both. And the first mode, you can deal 3 damage to each creature. So now we have a main board wipe against Mardu Energy, which was giving us trouble. And you can also select destroy target land, and its controller may search for a basic land onto the battlefield tapped. So Mardu Energy plays 2 basics in the deck. They play a Plane and Swamp, so you want to target their red source most of the times. And then you want to target the white source, and this card basically stabilizes us from Mardu Energy, and at the same time it's also progressing our land destruction plan. And another matchup where this card is really good is actually against Eldrazi. Eldrazi decks play a lot of small creatures, surprisingly. They play Eldrazi Linebreaker, and they also play things like Fleshraker, and that heralds the end. So surprisingly, they actually play a lot of creatures, and sometimes these creatures kind of sneak through your land destruction just because they play so many soul lands in the deck. And lastly, another matchup where this card is really good is Mono White. Mono White Stompy has been becoming a little bit more popular. They play 3 basics in the deck, and they can also run out some really nasty creatures on the battlefield. And all of their cards have exactly 3 toughness, so getting this card out against them is going to be also really, really good. So now with the Avengers Disassembled, we have Cleansing Wildfire, Price of Freedom, and Sundering Eruption, so we have 4 different cards that can blow up our opponent's land, and that's not even counting the flashback on these cards as well, or wishing for another Avengers Disassemble in the sideboard. So we got a lot of ways we can actually destroy opponent's lands. And after you destroy all the lands, the way you can win is you can wish for a Grape Shot, and then you can flash it back as well to get another Grape Shot. Or you can go into Chandra Hope's Beacon to win the game as well. So yeah, I think this deck is going to be pretty sweet and timeless. We're going to be hopping over to our first game here, so we'll see. Alright. Pretty bad hand. We do have a Cleansing Wildfire, but otherwise a pretty bad hand. 4 lands. This is much better. I'm gonna get rid of a Avengers Disassemble, just because I don't really know what the opponent's playing. Alright, Chrome Mox comes out. I'm hoping that this is not a mono black, it's a mono white. Mono white. Chalice for 1. Sure. Mono white. So I think I'm just going to Cleansing Wildfire here. Just to like, I kind of want to just draw into something. How many copies of Plains do they play? I wonder. So we can go Price of Freedom on the Chalice until Galvanic Discharge on the Archon. Because the Archon is kind of an annoying card for our deck. Okay, double Strip Mine. I'm actually surprised they play Archon. Do they not play that one card? The 3-mana card? Alright, let's go Tablet of Discovery. Manamorphose. I mean, surely they don't play another one? Question mark? So, 3 basics so far. Do they play a 4th one? They do. Anointed Peacekeeper. So, in the Timeless tier list of a Meta Confluence, they actually play 3 planes. This player plays 4. I don't think they're gonna play another one? So we'll find out. Okay. Let's find out if they play another one. Ooh, that's way better. So do this. Get rid of that. Do they play a 5th planes? They do not. So they play 4. Opponent plays 4. We can have Lithomantic Barrage instead of a Galvanic Discharge. But outside of that, I think we don't need to cyber anything in. I could play a Hexing Swelcher, actually. Instead of what? Instead of a Flashback? Let's just go. I gotta say, the Avengers Disassembled is broken. We don't have a turn 1 play, but I think I'm gonna keep this one. So they play Archon, right? So I think I should play this first. Okay, so opponent started with the planes, so there's only gonna be 3 more planes left in the deck, which is great. Karn Silex. Opponent played a Karn Silex. So I can play a Strip Mine on the Ancient Tomb. But I kind of want, like, delays my turns a bit. I'll go with the Ruby Medallion. If they want to get rid of it with the Karn Silex, fine by me. Okay, so they have a Strip Mine, which is kind of annoying. Chalice for 2. Okay, that's very annoying. I guess we're just getting rid of Ancient Tomb and Snow-Covered Plains, maybe. No, I can't play the game. So we gotta wait for a wish. We gotta wait for a wish. They found another white source. Lithomantic Barrage. Another Ancient Tomb. I mean, I do have a lot of removal spells. It's just I don't know if I can win with this hand. Maybe a tablet. Tablet would be kind of cool. Okay, that's a little bit of an oopsie from opponent. Avengers disassembled. So, I mean, I should just wait on this card, probably. Witch Enchanter. Oh man, that kind of sucks actually. I needed that. I needed the land. So, okay. I'm convinced I think I'll have a Hexing Squelcher for the next game. We're also not finding lands, which is not good. Nice. Oh, I see. We need to get rid of the Cavern of Souls. Okay. I see. So that's second planes. We can also flash back the cards, so we have an extra board wipe there. We need to draw a Tablet of Discovery. That's what we need to see. The opponent drawn another Strip Mine there, which is kind of annoying. I could Avenger. I think I have to get rid of that Strip Mine because the only way I'm gonna win right now is if I draw a Wish. So I want to be able to Wish into maybe a Hexing Sculpture or Fiery Confluence. Yeah, so opponent draws one ring. I think we can still win this game if I just draw a Wish. Because I can always just go into a Fiery Confluence. Need a Wish. Okay, I'll take another Avengers Disassemble. Okay, so we have a Wish. We have a Wish. Unfortunately, I don't think I can do everything that I want to do. Because let's say I go Wish. The fact that they blew up my Ruby Medallions. Pretty bad. What else can I go? Assemble? I guess I can do another assemble. Let's say a grape shot deal 4 damage. They're still not dead, right? Because they're at 7. They're exactly like 1 off from dying. Ah, that's so unfortunate. I think I have to Avengers disassemble. Alright, that kind of sucked. I'm not sure if there was a better thing to do there. Like, I was 1 card off of being able to kill them with a grape shot, and I was also 1 land away from being able to fire Confluence and kill them. And even if I get a Hexing Sculpture, they can just Harn Silex, get rid of it. Which probably hurts me a lot. So, yeah. Another Wish Waiting Room. So they don't have any planes anymore. Okay, so Flashback is good. Another Wish is good. Okay, another Wish. Got another Wish. So I can Wish, but I still can't win. So we just kind of pass, right? There's nothing to get, I believe. Like, even if I get Hexing Vulture, doesn't really do anything. I can't also kill them through opponent's protection. So we're just gonna pass. The opponent got a Cavern of Souls, so they can play through their Chalice here. Chalice for 2. Our greatest arch nemesis. Oh, that's really bad. I'll need to top deck a Galvanic Discharge. Oh. That does kind of solve things. We can Pinnacle Monk. Grab a Lithomantic Barrage. That's pretty good. Okay. Wow! A Shelter by the Ghost. Wait. Opponent. I guess... Okay, so I guess opponent hasn't really ever played with Chalice equals X equals 2. I can definitely relate. For sure. Yeah, I can definitely relate. For sure. So, I'm guessing opponent has a Solitude. They take 2 damage. Yeah, it looks like they're trying to Solitude here. Which is kind of bad, because opponent goes to healthy life total. Whoa. No Solitudes? Opponent? I think this is keepable, I want to say. So we can go Pinnacle Monk, Chrome Mox, maybe get rid of Metamorphose, and let's Rand's Resolve. Some sort of a mono black, perhaps. We're gonna tablet here, since we have a Rand's Resolve. Okay, we got Ruby Medallion, that's perfect. So next turn we can potentially do quite a bit. We're playing against like a black, maybe a Reanimator. We do have a, I did put in 1 copy. Oh, it's this kind of deck. All right. Dark Depths. Let's play a Ruby Medallion. So we have 3 mana. We can wish for Avengers Disassemble. Maybe next turn. Yeah, maybe next turn. So we want to just hold on to this Strip Mine probably. For as long as we can. For opponent to put a Dark Depths down on the battlefield. I mean, I could just blow up opponent's land again. They most likely have a forest, probably. Oh, they play the Boseiju. Interesting. Into an Abrupt Decay. Okay, that's kind of annoying, but... Short. A Flashback. So we can do it again. Or should I Rand's Resolve again? Nah, let's do what we're here to do, right? Okay. So we even have a Sacred Foundry, so we can wish for a way to get rid of this Baragoyf, actually. Okay. We need another Cleansing Wildfire or Price of Freedom to get rid of that Petrified Hamlet. Our hands are looking a little bit suspicious right now. Also. Nice. That's a good one. Okay, they have a Strip Mine. Don't really agree with that play. They should have just gotten rid of a Sacred Foundry because I was gonna use the Strip Mine anyways, right? Okay, so we got another flashback. Because they have a Boseiju, I should just use it, right? How much mana do I have? I could Ren's Resolve. Or should I Avengers Disassemble? I think I should Ren's Resolve. Ruby Medallion. I could do the Strip Mine now, but I think we should wait. Cleansing Wildfire. Okay, we go to next one. So, opponents playing Baragoyf with Dark Depths. So, one copy of a Source of Plowshare on the sideboard actually worked pretty well. That's all I needed to see. Potentially the Gallant Discharge, not so great. But what do we board in? Maybe a Roast? For Baragoyf and stuff like that? I think like that's about it though. Can you believe what my opponent must be feeling? Like, they queued up a Dark Depths deck, and then you play against this kind of deck? Alright, a little bit of a slower hand this time. Oh, that's super fast. That is super fast. Uh-oh. Might be in trouble. Yeah, might be in trouble. So there's that Dark Depths. So I can go Chrome Mox to play the Ruby Medallion here. I think that's probably what I'm gonna do here. The question is, am I getting rid of a flashback or Avengers Disassemble? I think I'm getting rid of Avengers Disassemble. So they have a Warborg and Yavi Maya for potentially enabling the Dark Depths here, which is not bad. Another Cleansing Wildfire. So the card that I want to see right now... Okay, I mean, the Orcish Bowmaster is pretty good. We need a Wish, right? Yeah, that's not good. Great start, by the way. Oh, we got a Wish! Oh my god, off the top. Insane. I'm insane. So we also need to kill this thing. So we can flash back. Okay, this is really good. Wow. Pretty insane. So we're gonna get rid of a Yavi Maya here. This card is so good! Oh wait! I messed up. Metamorphose. Alright, Mulligan. And that's a keep. So we want to keep the lands. Metamorphose is not necessary, in my opinion. Okay, so we are playing against the Mardu Energy. We do have Avengers Disassemble. Chrome Mox is actually pretty good. Okay, that's pretty annoying, but... Oh, that's really annoying. Okay. We need a land. Ooh, Avengers Disassemble. Land. So hopefully nothing too crazy happens. Hoping that's the case here. Really don't want to, Okay, that's okay, right? Unless the opponent Got up souls. Pump it. Would they pump it? They give me back the static prison? I didn't think so. Alright. I think I'll just play the Sacred Foundry instead of a Sunbaked Canyon. It's probably... I'm gonna be losing too much life. So... I think I'll just try to get rid of a Sacred Foundry. Okay. So we have another wish. What's a 1-mana card that we can get? Not much, right? We need the Ruby Medallion back. Opponent, give us our Ruby Medallion. Ooh, that is great. Into a Cleansing Wildfire as well. Excellent. Okay, I believe opponent doesn't have any more basics left anymore. Okay, this is really good. I'm gonna be drawing now because they play Orcish Bowmaster. I'll wish. Play our Avengers. We'll get rid of Gala Shrine. And we'll also grab back the Ruby Medallion on our turn, which is really good. I should probably just save this because we're gonna be getting our Ruby Medallion back. Very nice. So... they probably have a Bowmaster right now. They don't. Opponent does not have a Bowmaster. Wow. So before, this match was actually pretty hard. But, man, this card is amazing. This card is amazing. Alright, so... Lit Domentic Barrage. I think that's it. How do we cut? I'm gonna cut 1 Chromox, going second. I'll cut 1 Manamorphose. Okay, 0 land. And now we have 2 lands. I'll get rid of a Cleansing Wildfire. Or should I actually get rid of a Manamorphose? I'll get rid of a Cleansing Wildfire. Flashback. I'm playing the Strip Mine instead of the Pinnacle Monk because if they play a Strip Mine, it's kind of bad. Okay. So we need a removal spell, or we actually need a board wipe. Ooh, so we can Lithomantic Barrage, Galvanic Discharge. Why do they shock though? We also need another land. Do we not? Ooh, pretty bad. Okay, I think this time around we're gonna lose this one. Unfortunately.
Nothing can break our bond.
2, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So we lose next turn. Even if we top deck a board wipe, we probably lose. We'll see what the next card was. Nope. Doesn't do it. Okay, nice. We have a wonderful hand. Man, what a difference going first and second, right? What a difference. No! My disassembled. Okay, so this is kind of bad. Juggernaut Peddler took away our card here. Pretty bad. Strip Mine. Sundering Eruption. This is kind of bad. Our hand is so bad now. Cards that we drew are pretty bad. Not like this. No. That would have been it. If we just assembled, Avenger disassembled, we would have won the game. I mean, it's not entirely over yet. So let's do it like so. And let's get rid of which one do we get rid of actually? I think it has to be God of Soul, right? I feel like that is gonna deal. What if I just go Price of Freedom on the Swamp. So we can potentially play the Juggernaut Peddler Juggernaut next turn, potentially. Maybe that's better. I think we played the Pinnacle Monk. Well, let's see. We could hardcast this to get back our Lithomantic Barrage. Perhaps. We are relatively healthy. Okay, nice. So, we're gonna get rid of a Guide of Soul here. We're gonna pass. Ragavan. Oh, that's so good. Oh my god, this car's broken! This car's broken! Okay, that car's broken. I've seen enough. The car's broken. It's broken. That is all I needed to see. Wow. Kind of insane. Kind of insane. So we're gonna grab Ren's Resolve here. Okay. This deck is so evil. It's actually so evil. Okay, I think opponent's just dead. Yeah, they're just dead. Oh my god. Wait, hold up. This deck is not fine. Alright, so took a quick spin with this mono red Ponza. So last time I took a look at this deck, we had some trouble against like big creatures or something like mono black or mono white. Mono white, on the other hand, because of the Avengers Disassembled, the matchup got entirely fixed. So mono white is gonna play like 3 basics. So that's still doable. We actually beat an opponent, a mono white opponent today that was playing 4 basics. So being able to destroy a land and deal 3 damage, this is crazy. This card is really, really insane. And this also solves the Mardu energy matchup by just playing Price of Freedom, Cleansing Wildfire into an Avengers Disassembled, and the Strip Mines together. Ponza's strategy now works really well. So this card is pretty insane. Being able to wish for a Avengers Disassembled is also really unfair, by the way. Paired up with the Ruby Medallion. Because of the wish, we are playing like 7 copies of an Avengers Disassembled. I mean, granted, like multiple copies of a wish doesn't really do it. Like against a creature deck, that is. Getting to that first Avengers Disassemble basically stabilizes us against the Mardu energy. And then the second Avengers Disassembled is game over. The Mardu matchup is way better now, which is really good. Against an Eldrazi deck, we haven't really faced an Eldrazi deck. It should be... So the matchup before was slightly in your favor, but if they go, like, run out creatures too fast, since they play, like, 12 copies of Soul Lands or something like that, like Ugin's Lab, Ancient Tomb, Eldrazi Temple, so that's 12 copies. So if they just, like, keep spamming Soul Lands into their small creatures, like Eldrazi Linebreaker, that heralds, a Battle Mage, Fleshraker, right? it was still losable against an Eldrazi deck, but now with this card, like even though we didn't play against an Eldrazi, like the matchup should be absolutely just one-sided. So yeah, I mean, I think the deck is actually fairly good in Timeless at the moment. Granted, against like a Reanimator, like if they reanimate something on turn 1 or 2, I don't think you can really beat that. We have a Surgical, we have a Ghost Vacuum to bring, so against a Reanimator deck, potentially you could play more copy Surgical like in the sideboard, but I don't think it's like too necessary because it's not like they're always gonna have a turn 1 or 2, reanimate. So I think this is good. Potentially, instead of a Galvanic Discharge, you could play like Lithomantic Barrage main deck. So that's something you can do. The Lithomantic Barrage in Timeless is definitely main deckable, which I did last time, but because now we have Avengers Disassembled, we're designating the Lithomantic Barrages in the sideboard because this is what we're here to do, right? Blow up lands. Yeah, I mean, I think this deck is actually pretty evil. I probably don't want to play against this deck. So hopefully it doesn't get too popular. But yeah, if you're interested in Mono Red Ponza, give it a go. Some people call this deck not a Ponza because, Ponza's supposed to be green, but I kind of disagree. At this point in time, I think Ponza just means land destruction. But I'm not gonna argue like semantics here. So yeah, thank you guys for watching, and I'll see you guys all in the next one. Bye bye.